I'm so sorry. I
It like a runs through, so it's really good.
Can I get a picture of you guys?
Of course. We'll be hyped up. We're like, yes.
Can I get a picture of you guys?
We didn't go out. We went to the hotel.
went to the went to eat and there was a street food and then we all ended up like singing for a long time. And then we went back into our rooms. And then after that we went to Sinead's.
When we lost power last night, please don't let the other be
Yeah, so he's like a really good. He was like out there at the bar, and then one of our friends is a really good singer.
For like school and stuff.
Yeah, like every like karaoke.
Really good.
And he does the same song every time. And so that was funny. Fly Me to the Moon by is his go-to every time. And so he did it, and we were all like in line to order food, and we're like, is that set? Like right away. And then we went over there and like then kind of crowd formed because we were all there. And then he started singing, like, he found out where we were from and was talking to us, and then he was singing songs, and we were all just singing along, and like, we were missing it. But there were a lot of people out there, like, filming us, like, there was like the whole bridal party, and like, a lot of the guys, and so it was fun. It was quite the scene.
It was such a long day.
Things to do that.
Yeah.
As a group of friends, to make a scene everywhere we go. I don't know.
You know when they make it all Christmassy?
Is your hair as curly as hers? I love it.
Was your hair curly?
It's over there. There's coffee, there's water.
When I was in high school, though, I grew my hair way out and started to curl really. I've never got my mom to know if it was curly. It's a long time. Embarrassing to say I didn't try. Right. One good thing is it's a Saturday.
I love it. It's really one of my nieces, my youngest niece, she has white. Their mom and their dad have blonde hair, but they have white, like pure. And then the older one's hair is straight, and the younger one, she has little rings. It is the prettiest hair ever. We're all like, because me and my mom and my sister all have like straight as a board hair, so it's like boring.
You know my So you like the curly or
It's okay to not talk. Like this.
She's calling you out. Curly hair can get so quick.
Yeah.
You just like get it, mix it up. Yeah, that's true. Mine really I can get out of the ocean around here and like scream all night.
Out of the pool is probably the worst. You're like, thick pieces, but like separated.
Streams like this all throughout. They look like gems.
We've got 2 down, 1 to
You could have just had the ceremony right here. Really? Wow.
I know, it's right down there.
Yeah, I know. It's beautiful down there.
You guys make it into course again.
yeah.
It was like 10 here, but we were like, it was
almost straight.
It's like in between the Airbnb they're staying at.
Oh,
And
Oh, good.
It's just, yeah, exactly. It's just whatever you found.
yeah, and it's like all yeah,
Southwark County for sure.
that's what Shanae said. Go for it.
Oh my gosh, that's cool. Have you been out here?
Yeah, but I came out here for a wedding, but it was in Burbank.
Not nearly.
Yeah, slightly different area, more like Hollywood.
I used to work up in Burbank. I mean, you know, it's cool. It's just like entertainment.
Yeah, it's like just such a different vibe.
It's so weird how different like LA is. And that's more like a city.
Yeah, very nice.
That's cool.
Yeah, people say that all the time. People rarely drive between Orange County and LA unless you have to. People don't just like go to
Yeah.
especially because like you used to be able to see the you would literally drive to Orange County in LA and you could see it on the horizon and the layers. There's a reason we don't go to LA.
Oh yeah. We were like, we did all the big sites like San Marcos Pier and like the observatory and stuff.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, and it was awesome. But you get up at the observatory and you're like, why is it so foggy?
It's phone and
That's literally what we're breathing in. We're like, okay.
yeah, it's interesting. But it's obviously there's a ton to do up there. It's so fun. I mean, great size.
But this is like the like
Sit and
the
look and
beach
breathe.
surfer vibe.
Yeah. It's so funny though, like we just because that's also different.
Yeah.
Like you see the kids that are like surf rats and like are hanging out on every day after school surfing and stuff. And you're kind of like, I'm sure they are very intelligent, they can work, but you don't give off that vibe. You're kind of like, okay. And I'm not saying I want a kid to go surfing.
Yeah.
They don't care about anything.
Yeah, you're like,
And I know that they do, but it doesn't look that way. So maybe that's the way to live. I mean, maybe the way to live is to like look like you don't care about anything. I don't know. But it's kind of funny. So we were like, we don't really want to do that. It's kind of like transient, like all the surfers coming and going.
and it's a lot like cleaner here. Like the streets, like everything's so much nicer. It feels like newer. Like back in LA, it was gross. Like, the streets are like, it's safe. That's great.
It's definitely parts of it. You'll go through parts of LA, it's really nice, and then literally a mile away is something really
Bigger when I get yeah,
or a block away.
and it changes like that, and you're like, how did I get here?
How did you hear?
Then we had one where we slept over.
You were here at the Rose Bowl.
We did it the next day. Then they come back.
I was like here in Jackson.
They came over the thing and they're like,
No way.
And so we went there to see them every night.
it's like 8 or something. So like I was going through
We got there, it was like we got 2 boat trips, but we were like,
they could only be in the plane so
we
long.
loved being there.
That's part of it. That was last year was a coincidence, right? That was a little bit of the story. We got to Dallas, where they didn't have crew, like a crew, and not yourself. No problem with that. The lady was talking, and then there was a kid. Literally, the kid, he looked like he was 12. Was her first co-mod, whatever you call it. He was like that. I'm like, we got a lady and a 12-year-old.
Chicago.
Those are like 15 minutes long drive. So did you drive anywhere?
You'll be like, this is a small one before you get. I totally trust him.
Oh.
Especially if you're together, you're going down there.
The mountains with snow, I think in my
Wanted to see what
Yes, I know.
It's all rock.
Kind of close. And everything's kind of similar. Like,
I saw a picture of it.
the desert. Going to the desert, we like hiking and like national.
I saw it in the team.
But it's like desert, like jungle.
She was really good about it. This could be a surgery morning. We were going to go to Tucson. We were planning a trip.
I had heavy weight.
But like, you're like rolled on this thing.
So I went to the store and got a huge triangle. You just walk out there and stick in there. We always go to Florida. But then those three broke off.
Yeah.
So
In the Gulf, it's
they all just broke. So finally today I just took a huge rock and a zip line. I tied it on the end of it. Let's see what happens. It has to go down to the faucet. We can sit, and then you have a leader coming off it with something floating, and then they use that. So you got out. It's the first way I came over. It was like that thing. It's I did that. And even if
the rocks are weird.
it's like seeing how
Here, it's so
Always watch the rocks sticking in the water.
that's like 200%. Yes.
You feel like a visual stuff.
Yeah, seriously, we did better.
Just trying to stay out of
So you guys can all wait for Peter's report.
I know, you're
They're all they're big. This is great.
Everyone is buying because everyone's
There you go. There it is. There it is. Say hi to the bride and groom. Say hi.
I can see it's all Merlin.
Is anybody on there?
I don't know. We're just laughing.
One's really well mentioned.
I don't know.
Some people are mad. I got four.
They got a while. You guys got a while to wait.
Listen to John as he talks to his friends.
If they're a first round. I mean, if I was a coach, I'd say anything below that, you've got a chance to improve your style. But you've got a chance to get hurt like you did for Miami. But he's, I mean, he's a freshman or sophomore, so he's coming back still. There's a fluke insurance.
They probably saw him.
oh my goodness. You know what? You're all sit together. I'm gonna take this one. It's It's okay, don't be happy. You know what? Let him die.
Okay, we're not either.
And it has the background music.
Why are you doing
This big. Well, it's going to be a big collapse, but it's so young right now.
They walked through it. Yeah, they walked through it.
Yeah.
Hey, say hi to the live streams.
Hello, live stream.
Extra meaning. Hopefully tomorrow we're gonna have a staff person to say please don't walk. But it was so good.
Is anyone checking this out?
Oh, it's
It was cold when we left. Or it was about 25. That's really cold. Get south as quickly as we can, so we can be outside, even if it's high as 60. Yeah.
I hit the panic button. I was trying to lock it, but I was with my glasses on.
I'm walking in out of the deal and walked into the garage.
I was like,
I wonder if that's Melanie.
So we're always amazed by the cold. It's just a different kind of cold there. No, it feels.
Well, it's because you're active. In Oklahoma, it's really wet and cold, so like it's just completely different. And like the wind, they don't have wind, but yeah.
you can make me feel better if it's windy.
Like in Oklahoma, it'd be like 35, and it's like miserable. But
I guess if you're just used to
We asked him for a boat. He said no. But he
y'all haven't seen cold.
He said go to the harbor and ask.
No way. I get cold.
We asked her an airplane too. Yeah, we asked about airplane. That was me.
They called Bob Goff. Oh yeah.
Now? Yeah.
We can go down.
He always answers his phone. I didn't always answer it.
And they love
yeah. He said no.
especially July. It's like average. We just said you get all the winds, but it's like hot winds. It's like you're in
That helps or hurts if we let's call it that.
And like my dad owns an air conditioning business.
Anybody on the live stream?
This is crazy. And they're like, open the windows. Like, we never open the windows. Like, it's either hot or cold. Yeah. Like, I feel
Get on a web. Yeah, from like right by.
Or maybe at the pedal people were definitely white. Especially when I'm like looking down at my phone, I veer over, you know, it's like,
Well, I kept
We've been on the interstate. I think I actually looked at the white light.
I can't see Shanae. I don't know if they want to see Shanae. Well, I don't know. Shanae's got it where she wants it. I'm not gonna.
Do you want to see you?
But we can't see you.
You can now.
Keep it. This is
The best view. 4 people are watching. Can say hi.
Do you know who it is?
And they can hear you.
Oh no. Actually, I don't know how to tell
I
you
think
who it is.
they can hear us. That's okay. Hello, people.
Chris, food has still not been served, so toast our food. So sweet.
What about you? No, you said you would get. A lot of people got the sandwich. Really?
Well, they might have. For sure, we're doing like massage and massage and snorkel trip. And I think it's like they put on the island this year or something. Yeah.
It's 2 separate trips.
No, it's just 2 of the things we decided to.
Get a massage.
But they're different. And I think we're trying to go zip lining also. Yeah. Oh.
You know, just like in the trees, they were going right over.
Or you'd be like,
Or you'd be raised by
Because they would just leave you down there in the
but I think it looked like the place we were looking at apparently is like it would take the entire day. So we're trying to decide if it's worth an entire day or if we try to find one that's just like a half a day. It sounds good. 6 days? Sunday to Saturday, yeah. So 5 real.
Coming.
Yeah.
Okay, so
No. Not.
now you lay it off where you pour the water and you put your feet.
No, you got kids milk.
It's come out like this. I've never. You're like this. You're going like this.
I got it.
A salmon? Otherwise, you're out of the way. Like a dolphin.
I'm a big fish.
We understand, like, we think the game is going to tell them to get, like, there's little 2-person sailboats that are just used, or, I don't know, I have no idea, but, is this a false conference?
Let me try this. Maybe I should say. It's on the grill that they have.
It was really cool. They did a great job. But a little context. So we're going to the 10-year anniversary. We went out on free camping house
Yeah.
I gave Chris all the back guns. You want a real one? You want a real one?
Does Chris have just move the stick here? Yes, and what car did I ride in? Oh, it's the truck has a pack of blue bands.
She doesn't work. Oh, she wants your prize.
They have a thing that's like when you're like walking around the lobby. That's ball hog health. Okay, yeah.
She ceases to be dismayed, like I Is it good? Everything.
I think I've had this.
I have mine ready if you want this one.
It's not me. That's okay.
You need to try it before.
Mama.
The chicken. Good?
I do want to try this. You watch
No, it's good.
Really, what's the day like?
She's fine. She's in and out all the time.
Yeah, it was just a joke. We all lived together in the Great. Me and Sinead. Great. Can I? Thank you. But we would always like wake up at the very last second and just like run out of the house like a whirlwind. Oh yeah, I've never really visited. It's kind of a must. They really want you to, so this doesn't actually have to.
Yeah, really tried. So you were great.
I am a year behind Sherry. Okay. So I like started a year late on architecture because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And I didn't realize that you have to start freshman year if you want to graduate on time. And then it's really not even because it's a 5-year program.
You are working with it. I actually work at the Chickasaw Nation.
Yeah, we went to Libya. Well, the big Indian. I just goofed off and so much fun. running one maze and climbing all the walls and stuff. That's kind of what I part-time. So I actually help with all this stuff quite a bit, so it's cool to I just work when I can after school. I'm working more full-time since school's finished.
all kinds of costumes. They do like, and all the families will come out and they'll have like photos for them and like meals for all the kids to take home. I've got some there, and they have a ton of families come out, and it's not even just like the chicken sauce.
A lot of it, yes. Next have we take fruits and vegetables and show the kids and so we do a lot of healthy eating, a lot of
But it's a West.
what else we do is my boss to eat together for dinner table. So we have this little card competition started.
We had a famous bridge on a motorcycle in Norman this year. I don't know if you said church just this year.
We take blender bikes to schools and make our own smoothies. The kids get to on the bikes and
Full decked out costume, just riding.
a bunch of stuff like that. It's really fun. It's really a lot of our stuff's hands-on. You don't get to see the kids anymore, so we've been backing them up and letting them work on it. So I don't know if it would well, but partner with Mexico, they actually it wasn't like 2 months worth of anybody signs up, they'll send shelf-stable meals. They'll send every 2 weeks. They watches for
And it's been cool because there's also a lot of need with so many kids being filmed right now too.
Other than that, I just wonder.
So your
households we get free health care. You get all the kids get is this when they got like money here? Wait, okay, tell me. All of that money is
I remember it, so it came in. Oh,
yes, and you said like it really sparked your
And I was okay, sorry guys. I was like, I literally just saw it. Real,
like all I did was pay for it. For our ACL, they get surgery and it costs us.
Whenever we have kids, we don't have to pay anything for any ultrasound appointments, and I'm not even ultrasound, it's just for him doing ultrasound, and our kids will be, so.
I know y'all can tell it's great. Yeah, you don't tell.
He's a fourth.
I'm an 8. My mom's a 4. So, yeah, I don't know.
That's how I am with you.
Yep.
Yeah, she has quite a bit too. Card, I'm not on the roll.
My mom thinks she's like she's
What's the threshold? Do what? What's the threshold percentage of?
It's actually, it's just, there was like a certain time period when like people went and get on it.
But there's no limit.
Yeah, you don't have a limit of like,
Some tribes have like if you're below 10, there's a limit. There's no, but not that the Chickasaws go, and the Choctaws are another tribe close to the Paris. Tribes with Chickasaws are basically the same tribe. There's a story that they came to a river and one side was they don't have a percent of it. There's no actually my buddy's he actually, if you can prove that you're in then you can get your card. He actually traced his family back to his great-grandparents. The birth certificate, death certificate, and other stuff, and he traced it all the way back to his children. He got his cards, so it was a big deal. So yeah, he doesn't.
like he gets great scholarships for school from them. They get money for new clothes every fall. He has 4 siblings, so they all get every fall.
Getting last place in America. I don't think you got last place. But it did take
There actually aren't any reservations.
But
No, take up there.
No, I don't want to.
there's Indian housing, and they build housing for like Native American families.
Yeah, I'm coming.
There's quite a bit of that. Like
There's a lot of scholarships though if you want to
Damn.
and they encourage you to be better and want you to not have a job that you they encourage higher education, undergraduate to go back to school,
no, it's very noble.
Yes.
Sounds like that's not very unfortunate. There's so much spectrum of
There's not a lot of separation. You like rice? You got one on rice? It's a community-based program. You're helping everybody. Data. Like, obviously, that's if you're like dealing with like the health centers. But it's also drawn a lot of constituents. Chickasaw Nation is 25,000. It's bad. That the Chickasaws are the best, the greatest, and the boss's husband actually so the Chickasaw Nation, CNBC, Medical Center, they've got some really good doctors from Louisiana. So it's a big picture. It's a really big picture.
you know, kind of successful.
Yeah.
And there's no real way to integrate because this situation from the beginning was, no desire to integrate, whatever. Like that's the story.
No, it is.
It makes it almost give me a hope.
No, absolutely. Actually, there is actually a difference between the 5 civilized tribes are almost completely different breeds of the rest. We have reservations. They're very well surrounded. So my favorite are the two stages. Tucson was had their own government, had their own way of doing things long before. So we actually, George Benjamin Franklin actually based some of the stuff they did in the Constitution. Made 2 pieces of bread and some cheese on it. So they already had a government system, government which helped them. So they were more civilized.
There still is in that
Arizona, and some of those it's
About this time I should. Ball game comes morning and 9 a.m. Part of it.
That was in Kentucky, right? C-section, right? And then that's another girl with her. She's learned a lot.
They were talking where I was, even like 2 hours away.
So they talk about actual solar. So a lot of they didn't realize that, but I mean, they actually have a pretty good relationship with the so they actually sold their own to the truck side. So they actually had money to start something, so they based it data. So they built it.
Hey?
So they all got out that
Good. Going to the bathroom.
Are we good with this? They were willing to work with the government. They had deals, be in conversation.
So like what I've heard is that trust funds where revenues were supposed to go into, and the government kind of really mismanaged a lot of those accounts, even though even though they weren't market, sale prices or whatever, that whatever was collected and put in a trust for communities.
It's very interesting. We actually, being work for the tribe, you have to IDP classes, and it's self-development tools. So, and we get an end of the year bonus, but to get the bonus, you have to take some of the classes today. So you have to take 8 hours of paid service, you have to do cultural classes. So we have a cultural center. We dress like they used to dress. There's a lot of cooking, a lot of something building class, and learn about heritage life. There's a lot of things that there's free language classes.
You still see a lot and like some of the events they hold, like you'll see those kind of into a very poverty stricken families kind of. She like had to do
For live off welfare. They almost feel like they're entitled to that.
that poverty mindset.
So there's a lot of that. A lot of times you have to deal with people where we'll have programs like we have a your 65-year-old, we give you a frozen fruit, fresh fruit, it's just for the elders. And very unique things ever happen to them. They're
Really
serious. No matter what the situation they're for, but they don't have a job, but they need it. So there is fun things that. And also,
they're already getting so much and trying to keep us free. You know what I mean?
but it's really fulfilling to see the families that really need it. There's a lot of moms and everything. We used to sit in a park across the street. It was pretty low income. They get outside of the line. They just get every day 3 little kids in diapers left on the street. You knew that they needed it on the road. That's what they're doing. So we'd go days where we didn't see them all. We'd go just by ourselves. So it's just really cool. Really neat. But no, I wish there was something that could be more educational for people who don't know. I mean, there's no but it's really cool.
There's definitely still a problem. But there's a good area of tribes that are trying to work towards that problem and run things. Whereas like not
We're also Ada. Chickasaw Nation technically doesn't have to be punished. We're a sovereign nation. They don't have to be honest. But they always try to check you're based off of what you're making. It's a huge check. It's good for the town. So you write a check, and it's always way more than it should be. So a lot of through the city, like we had an event that was through the city. So a lot of our events we did through the city. They did stuff. We were there. We always encouraged. Children, we always did scholarship on the little kids. They weigh up and take care of them. They got medicine. It's free of charge until they're 5 or 6. So,
Obviously for Chickasaw, yeah, sure that would be
yeah, no.
But at the same time, there is like some sense of kind of reciprocal duty and all that, right? And you wonder, like, could that be this area, or could that be with want to do, right? If they want to be a part of the community or not.
Yeah, absolutely. The Chickasaw talk about the creeks and the children.
If you already open up Instagram and stuff already,
They want the benefits. And so it's our FTP program, we sent them, and they were low on PhD notes, so we sent like 70 so we all get along pretty good. And they don't tell me, we're like, we get a lot of money from government, a lot of grants and stuff. So the other tribes have a lot of money to work together now, because some people don't listen. Yeah, some people, I honestly face someone, I went in the meals and everything, they were usually going. That's also, that's what they do. But, it's be a good source for them. We're all growing together. It's cool to see. And we also do some outreach to there's some tribes. We got to get here. But also, we're flawed. It's almost like we're flawed. There are. It's hard. We support the information a little bit, but even small communities, it's all related. It's hard to help.
There was
It's like a piece of work.
That is lucrative, right? And it had instance even the federal government about like somehow allowing this to happen or whatever. A lot of
That's actually a great question. Funny story, that bill that went through, or whatever the act, it actually got reinstated. It was a big deal. It's called the Huge Act, is what it's called. Put it back in circulation in 2018. And it was Congress, and so I don't know. I would actually like to know that. I'm not sure how they got that opportunity. No, because that's a huge state. It's massive. So.
Trying to find the best spot. It's working great. It's a lot better than I thought. It's a lot better than I thought.
It's just encouraging to me that it happens. You would think all that money within certain groups, right? That group has power. That somehow the principle of sovereignty other parts of the future would get right in.
It's really good. That's actually really good. I would like to know how that came into existence. I didn't know.
When something like that is observed, like, oh, cool.
It may be kind of like the first star. Here's this, you know, so I got, I hate to say it's like idiot thing, but
Completely different. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Cheesecake.
no, it's a really interesting subject to even think about.
Never made real cheese.
Rehearsal dinners changed that much over the years. Like for your wedding, was it
You're going
I guess those two groups kind of just merged together.
This is so special.
I love to play. Big game girl.
Probably played
Our
more.
friend group, when we play games,
Do you think it's on?
I don't know. You want to go test it?
we'll get together. You go first.
Okay. Yes, I think so. Oh, it's very dark.
I think I need to ask those
Oh, it's
people.
very dark. What do you think?
See, I thought like we could move the speaker here, and the person could be in the light.
Oh, like right here?
Are people on there?
It says 3 people, but I can't tell.
I also worry it's too loud for those folks over there, but it's fine for the people eating.
Yeah, where is it brighter? It is pretty in the shadows.
Just move it forward.
Like even if we did it like there or something.
Yeah, I think. Okay, right here.
Yeah, just in the middle. So you
They
don't
move it this way. Okay.
Yeah.
Who can move it? Who's in charge of that?
Chad or...
Yeah, I'll try to do it. We're gonna move it up in
So I have to do stuff like draft
see it on our own.
It's too dark. Bring my marriage license, like a sign for health insurance, like that stuff. maybe wait 2 weeks. Yeah. Just to see.
There's a lot of people
No, you're talking to me. The thing where like, I think and then like, you have to pay extra if you want like more.
Better?
Stuff like
What
that.
did she say?
It looks better.
Keep her happy.
That's my only
Is the
goal.
speaker on? Is this live?
No, I can turn it on.
Do it.
Are we starting right now?
Hey. You want me to wait for you? Okay, she's not on.
That's on. Did you hear it?
State tuition and scholarship.
Hello.
It's that same one. But I think they have like changed tuition and scholarship.
Okay, I'm gonna
But I would actually rather be out here. Like even the regular time.
Perfect.
Tuition and state
Oh.
$7,000.
Oh!
That's good.
Nice. Hello. I love it.
Is that better?
Yes, that's perfect.
Once I switched to business,
Yes. No. Alicia commented earlier, hi, but it is a lot later than we told people. I don't know if people are hanging on. I think my grandparents will be though.
But this will video it for later.
And we'll save it.
Clip off the front and then.
Yes, I'm definitely gonna cut off the front and.
That's awesome.
Okay, I think once your mom
We
gets
could-
here.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
she's setting the camera for the speeches.
Okay.
Hey.
Can you say some of the graduate speeches so people know? Just like, hey, they know. But just so everyone, okay. Just so everyone doesn't think This it. is second tier. That's what I'm telling people.
Oh,
This is second, third tier people.
I just meant let them know this isn't just. They might think it's the best man speech.
Really good at that. You just want to do the whole thing?
That prime rib is pretty good. I like the white or the horseradish sauce.
Yeah, it is weird. What, son?
What did she make it?
One of them got prime rib, one of them got chicken, and they half. So her and her mom. Yeah.
What was it?
It was like spice.
I think I smelled it cooking. It smelled really good.
Have you walked in there?
No.
It's so long and cool.
Oh, it is? It's longer than just this?
Yeah, there's like 3 circles. Okay, so you're answering that.
Sounds good.
I think I just want to. That's what we requested for her wedding.
Okay, so everyone just wants stuff that's nice.
Yeah, you have to kind of just curve around, but it's just a circle.
Where'd you get ice cream?
They're really cool.
They had a raspberry. Why? Not now.
I'm gonna give a already. Oh, mine's kind of funny.
That's good. That'll be good.
I was trying to be funny. She gave me some pointers on how to be funny.
Yeah, I don't do that.
She said like a funny story that like she's sending out of it. So then tell us a story about I just got the yard on fire, whatever, and we made a bomb. And I was like, I'm like running back to the logic cup, and I was like, I'm not trying
Oh, you are?
Wait. Then I should go first security and talk about bombs, because then they'll know. Yeah. Oh, you can steal my bombs. What do you say?
I'd like to do some job.
Why do you need my house?
I don't want to. That's not healthy. You guys already ate. Should I say something? I don't think
Nice. Yeah, the garage. Yeah. What's you doing?
She's probably read Nancy Drew's.
I've read everything. And the kids. Like 400.
Never read it.
I used to read like.
Did it to me.
Okay.
Because they're like 50 pages,
Yeah. No, it's definitely not. But now I have friends.
Nancy Drew. You and Nancy Drew were so nice.
Yeah, we've been doing.
Okay, never mind.
My mom. She did. Loads of milk.
Nowhere else. Bonnet.
We're good to go?
Are we good? Is it okay?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to keep you.
You're fine.
I'm just having my own moment.
Yeah.
Hey, remember what we were supposed to say about this isn't the important. Hey, we're her, Anna.
Hello. Can everybody hear me?
No, it's not on. Tony, we need Tony.
Really quiet.
Oh, it's really quiet. Okay.
Get right up in there.
Gina, turn it on.
Okay. Can you hear me? Or
No.
I'll just talk loudly. Okay. We're so glad you're here. Thank you for joining us on such a beautiful evening. We're going to just open up the time now to just have a time of sharing. I think the best men and maid of honor are sharing tomorrow night, but this is just for anybody else that would love to share. I know Chris and Shanae would just love to hear your thoughts and your encouragement, but I thought I would start, and we'll see if I can do this without crying. I've practiced a lot of times and I've cried every time, so so I thought, okay, maybe if I read it, I won't. So, son of mine that I love so much. That sounds like a really cute endearment, but it didn't start out like that. It started out more as me reminding myself and reminding Chris of my love for him when we had incidents of bombs or trapping skunks or attacking skunks. I don't know why skunks seem to be a central theme in his childhood, but they were. But thankfully now it has just gone back to being a sweet and very accurate title. What a joy it has been to be your mom. I've had people ask if I'm sad you're getting married, and I'm not. I'm sentimental. I feel shocked that it's been 23 years, over 23 years, since I first held you in my arms. I remember holding you and praying for you and trying to imagine who you were going to be, what your personality would be like, and who you would marry. And Chris, I imagined you would be awesome, but you have blown. You have always been a humble yet confident person, and I have admired that about you and strived to be more like you in that way. You've always had a sense of adventure and desire to learn what you don't know, and that's really going to help you and carry you far in your marriage. You've been a leader early on and followed your own convictions rather than those around you. And I pray that continues as you now are going to have a wife, and hopefully one day a family to lead. I pray you lead with humility and a servant's heart as you have seen your father do. And I hope you live your life with conviction and with confidence, knowing that the Lord has given you every single thing that you need to do what he has called you to do, to be the husband he's called you to be, and to lead the family that he's going to give you. And when you need wisdom, and you're going to need it, just ask him for it, because he promises that if we need wisdom, all we have to do is ask and he will give it. Tomorrow you will become a husband, and I know that you are going to be a good one. Oh, you're going to be a great one. When you were born, I knew that your dad and I weren't just trying to raise a good and a godly man, but we were trying to raise a man who would be a good and a godly husband. And I know you're going to be that. There were days when I had tears and you were baffled by them. And I remember specific instances of saying, son, one day you're going to have a wife, and there will be emotions, and there will be tears, maybe a lot of them. And you're just going to have to get used to it. And you have. You have. I've watched you comfort and encourage Shanae in so many situations, and I'm just so proud of you. Watching you fall in love and be in love with Shanae has been one of the highlights of my life. I have never felt replaced as the main woman in your life. Okay, well, maybe that one birthday where I got a card addressed to Lori. And later that evening, Shanae posted flowers and chocolate and coffee and this beautiful long letter that Christopher had written for her. And then I was still rejoicing in my heart that you had not only found the girl you loved, but that you were pursuing her well. Chris is as amazing as you are, you will never be a perfect husband, and that's okay. God is giving you an amazing gift in Shanae, and I hope you always choose to see her as that gift. My prayer is that you will always pursue the Lord fervently, that you will love him with all of your heart, your mind, and your soul, and that your love for him will be what overflows into your marriage. That you will understand your need for and accept the grace that he so freely gives, and that you will extend that free gift of love and grace to Shanae. There will be days when she isn't perfect and she is struggling. Not that I would know anything about that. I know it very well, actually. And I pray that you will overlook offenses and speak, encourage and build her up. On days when you are struggling, I pray that you will humbly ask for forgiveness and seek reconciliation quickly. And on days when life is hard and troubles or sorrow invade from the world, I pray that you will cling first to the Lord and then to each other, and that you will grow closer through your trials and stronger as a couple. I have such faith in you, son. I'm so very proud of you. I'm forever grateful for the season of infertility that we went through and all the months of not conceiving, because all the waiting led to you. Any other month wouldn't have been you. And so I'm thankful for those times the Lord said no. I look forward to watching you become a husband and maybe one day a father. I may not be cheering at soccer or basketball games anymore, but boy, I'm cheering you on, and I always will. To the Carters, Daryl and Bonnet, you have raised an amazing young woman and son. We've enjoyed getting to know you. I mean, shout out to Chad. He's an amazing young man, too. I couldn't leave him out. That sounds awful. If I he raised a good daughter. But, and we have really enjoyed getting to know you. We really have, and we look forward to years of celebrating Chris and Shanae with you. Thank you for all that you have instilled in her. Thank you for all you have invested in her that has helped her become the amazing young woman that she is. Shanae, I have said so many times that you are an Ephesians 3:20 answer to prayer. The prayers that we prayed for our son. You are exceedingly and abundantly more than we could have asked or imagined for a wife, for our firstborn. We could not ask for a kinder, a more joyful pursuer of Christ than you. And just as I wondered about who Chris would become and who, I've also wondered about you. I've wondered about who you were and where you were and what your life was like. And I've prayed for you. I had questions like, who's she going to be? Will she like me? Will I like her? Will she fit in with our family? Will the girls like her? My imagination, so have you. We could not ask for more. I know mother-daughter-in-law relationships can sometimes be fraught with tension. Moms who don't want to release their sons to another woman, but I joyfully release my son to you. I mean, let's face it, he's been yours for quite a while now. I vow not to get in the middle of your relationship, to cheer for you as an individual and as a couple, to give advice when it's wanted, but to keep my mouth shut when it's not. What a blessing you have already been to our family. The way you have pursued relationship with John and I and the girls has meant so much. The ways you have sought to include me in the wedding planning has meant the world to me. And I have absolutely for my son. actually pray often that God would provide husbands for my daughters that are as amazing as you are for Chris. You have become a standard, a very high one. So congrats. I love you, and I can't wait to share my title of Mrs. Abernathy with you, sweet Shanae. I pray you never have a moment to doubt that. Welcome to the family, officially. You've been in our hearts for quite a while now. Congratulations to my favorite couple ever. Love you guys. Oh, anyone else can share? Yes.
Yeah, it does. I'm not gonna get up right now. I don't think I'm going to make it. Let's go. No, I know you did. Oh, there we go.
Alright, so I guess I'll go next. I'll take the bullet for everyone else.
Yeah, that's a hard act to follow.
I'm not gonna try and see, does this adjust up or should I just
There you go.
So I wasn't really
It's in the middle. It's in the middle. It's in the middle. It's right there.
What is there tape on?
Thank you, Chad.
Thanks. Pretty tall. All right, I feel more confident now. So, I didn't write anything down, but nothing could ever follow up that beautiful speech. I just thought it was amazing. I just love seeing a mother's love for her son, and just how equally you love Shanae, and what a beautiful thing marriage is. Not just that you guys can come together, but that your families are coming together tomorrow. So I'm so excited for this wedding. I've been in a few weddings, but I'm so excited for Chris's wedding because I've known Chris for a long time. And something that I would say I've always envied about Chris, but really I've just admired it, is his ability to just make people feel welcome. I've always struggled with having kind of an abrasive personality where I try to be friendly, but it doesn't quite, jokes don't land. I'm a little awkward. But Chris, I mean, he was like the king of CCS and, the unofficial Queen Shanae. And I think that's an amazing tool that God has given you, is your humor, which you get from your dad.
Sorry.
I don't know. Your humor, your friendliness, and just your charisma. And I think that the people who are here in the midst of a pandemic is a testament to the friendships that you have. There was like 50 different people last night that we hung out with that came to see you guys, and that's an amazing thing. So I've always envied that about Chris, but I think it's a very powerful tool. And I was actually living with Chris in college when he met Shanae. And I remember talking to him about Shanae one time, just trying to gauge like how serious it was or whatever. And I remember Chris saying, dude, I don't know if I can lead this girl. Like, she's amazing. She's way better than me. And I don't even know, she goes to 4 churches every Sunday. And all I've got to say is that's a pretty common feeling among husbands. I've been blown away by my own to lead her in a lot of ways, but that's what marriage is. Marriage is this 2 broken people coming together, and God commands you to lead her and commands her to come alongside you, and you two will do amazingly. And I think that conversation with Chris showed me also that Chris is humble. And Shanae, you are spectacular in every way. You match Chris in every way. Just to see 2 people who are so well meant for each other. You guys make each other laugh. You guys, are so photogenic. You guys ran across the beach to each other. It was what in the world? I'm not that cool. But you guys are. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and just, I love you guys so much, and I'm so excited for this union and to see how powerfully God is going to use you, as He already has. But together, you guys will be more powerful than you could be separately. And we're here to cheer you on. We're here to stand next to you tomorrow as you guys make that commitment. And, for the rest of your lives, we will be here to support you and to come alongside you and be part of that community that will help you guys to love each other and to love God more. So, we love you.
That's a tad tall, but that's okay. Okay, so this isn't gonna be mushy-gushy. I'm not gonna cry, but I just had a fun little story. So, my first time meeting Chris, and probably one of my first times meeting Shanae, was me and Jillian randomly got invited to this two-stepping place. And we were kind of the late invite, so we showed up probably an hour late. And then we walk in, and this girl Shanae, who everyone's just talking about constantly in Kappa because she's so cool and so kind and everyone loves her, is out dancing with Chris Abernathy, who we've heard of and known because Norman's small town. What? And so everyone's whispering and talking about the tea of Chris and Shanae. Oh my gosh, they're dancing together. Do they like each other? And so I just think it's so sweet that we got to witness you guys' first little, one of y'all's first moments together. And now we get to see you tomorrow do your first dance as husband and wife. Aww. And we're so excited for it. And I love both of you guys so much. Can't wait for this new season of your life.
Okay. Ooh, I'm already talking. Hello. We're having the opposite problem now. So I wrote things out, because I'm gonna forget things, and I want to make sure I hit all Shanae's friends from California, and I've known her and her family for many years. Bonnet and Daryl are my second mom and dad. Okay, but Shanae is one of my all-time best. Also, my twin sister's on FaceTime. She's not able to make it, but she sends her blessings and congratulations. So congratulations, Chris and Shanae. You got, Nicole, you're in the way. You guys almost, because you know the little FaceTime bubble on your phone? Sorry. So you guys almost made it to the big day. I could not be more excited. So first off, Shanae, you are one of the kindest, most selfless people I've ever met, and I'm sure any day can say the same thing. You're always looking to serve people at every single moment. I can't believe I've been so lucky to have you in my life for this long. One of my all-time favorite memories with you is going to Disneyland when we had our passes our senior year with you and Nicole, and we just decided to go on a whim, as per usual. And when we got there, before we actually went in the park, it started raining. So we had a dilemma. Do we leave or do we stay? But if we stay, California people don't know what to do. Close. So we're like, well, we're gonna get soaked. So of course, Shanae is like, of course we're staying, we drove. So we frolicked around Disneyland for hours and we're soaking wet. And it was during Christmas time and it was so magical and I'll never forget it. It was so fun. And the reason I share that story is because I think this is a perfect description of who you are. You bring out the silly, quirky, weird, spontaneous, go-getter, adventure side of people. And you make them kind of push themselves, and you've always done that with me. You allow people to be confident in who they are, and you embrace them for that. Personally, I can 100% attest to this. You have been there for me through literally everything. For most of my treasured, spontaneous, and crazy memories. say that you've helped me grow into the friend, sister, daughter, and now wife that God's called me to be. Chris. Where am I? Okay. I have so much respect for you. You willingly have gotten thrown into the wonderful mess of our crazy California community, and you took it so head on. I was so impressed. And as I've gotten to see you with Shanae, I can honestly say that when it comes to couples, I will echo what Colton said. You guys complement each other. Everyone can agree with that. Chris, you clearly ground Shanae and give her a place to be safe when life is going a million miles and you see truth for what it is. I am confident that you are going to treasure her for the rest of her life, this lifetime, and it gives me so much peace knowing that one of my closest people is going to be taken care of so well. Lastly, I think that the token of any good relationship is how the family and friends of both persons supports the relationship. That this relationship is not only approved but blessed by this community and the sight of people around you. This is such a gift and not to be taken lightly. I'm so excited for your future together and I can't wait to be part of it forever. I love you both so much.
So I was thinking about, what I wanted to say to Shanae, to Chris too, but especially to Shanae. The words to describe her that came to mind immediately were beautiful and brilliant. And I think those, you are beautiful and you are brilliant. And those things will give you opportunities, maybe help you accomplish some things. But honestly, if you believe, as I know many of us do in this room, that what we're supposed to be doing in this life here is following and finding the purpose and plan that God gave for each of us, then beautiful and brilliant really isn't what we're aiming for. And what we're aiming for is Christ-likeness. And this is a weird thing to say, but Shanae, I could not think of anyone today who I think is more Christ-like than you, that I know. And that's a weird thing to say to your niece, right? As people have said, you're so quick to serve other people. You're kind, but you're not weak. You don't. You're such a great listener, but you have your own viewpoint, your own vision, and I could go on. But being in the house last night, I was just thinking about a few months after you were born. I came out for a visit, a work trip or something, and I got to hold you sitting on that couch there in the living room, and just thinking about not having kids, then not being married, knowing what my hopes and dreams were for you, and talking to my sister and Daryl about those kind of things, and really was trying to focus on, I just hope this girl loves God and serves God. And then there's a little of that beautiful and brilliant thrown in, because we all do want that for our kids. But you have so fulfilled, all those hopes and dreams as your mom was talking to you about. And then I'll throw in Nanny and Poppy too, because they're not here and they would love to be here. And their hopes and dreams for you is that you continue to become, and that your line your light just keeps shining brighter. You don't get discouraged by the demands of life. And all of us who have been around a little bit longer know that that's pretty easy to happen. I was taking my New Year's resolution run this morning, and I was thinking how much hillier California is than and I'd be going down a hill and the beautiful just vistas and scenery. I'm just soaking it all in, right? And then there were times when I'm going up the hill and I'm just like trying to put one foot in front of the other and keeping my head down. And I hope that you'll find joy in those down times, because you need some of that, right? Because it can't be all vistas. But honestly, this is why my heart is so full tonight, and I'm so excited for you both. Because Chris, I know from our time in Colorado, like you want to climb those 14ers with Shanae and to enjoy those views with her. And I really do think though that you're going to be pretty solid in those valleys too. And I know that you have a similar commitment to Christ-likeness and your own manifestation of that in your own life. And I think, like other people have said, you are going to be amazing partners, just wonderful people in your own right, and so complimentary, as everyone knows, as it's so obvious. And I can't wait for us to be a part of your life together. Shanae, I really do love you, and I admire you so much, and our whole family does. And Chris, now that's extended. We're just really so happy for you guys.
Okay, where do I start? Okay, so I'm Anna. I am Chris's little sister. We are 4 years apart. So growing up, my mom would usually leave me alone with Chris. You would think that maybe, or maybe just tell him like maybe, hey, don't start fires or throw bombs or anything. But that's okay. It might took away the fun from it. So there's so many stories I could tell. But I would say, growing up, I was 11, Chris would have been 15. I was sitting playing Webkins. I'm addicted. I still play it today. And Chris, I remember him walking in, and he was just like, you could tell, he was just up to something. He was like, hey, come outside. And I was like, why? He's like, no, just trust me. I got some duct tape and some stuff. And I was like, okay, yeah, oh yeah, it'll be okay, yeah. So I remember walking outside, and he was like, hey, I got this idea. I got in the drawer. I found like 50 sparklers from the 4th of July that Mom left there for all of like us to play with. And I was like, I'm gonna wrap them all together and make a bomb. And I was like, that's awesome. I was like, go for it. I was like, where's Yeb? He was like, oh, she's reading. She's fine. Leave her alone. So we just left Yeb inside, and he lit the sparklers all up into a bomb. And I just remember him throwing it, and he quit football for a reason, but that's okay. And he threw it 2 feet away from our house, and I just remember thinking, oh, it's so bright and cool, and then all of a sudden, oh, the whole yard's on fire. Dude, I just remember him yelling at me. He was like, grab some water, and I just had Mazio's kids cup. And we're just running back and forth, pouring water everywhere. And I was just like, how are you gonna tell Mom and Dad? Like, you just lit the whole yard on fire. And he's like, hey, just, you go back inside. You go back inside. So then I went inside, and I remember coming out, and he was like, I did it. I fixed it. And I look over, and he dug up the entire yard and made a bonfire pit 1 foot away from our garage door. And it was great. Loved having it for when friends came over. Loved it. So really that story, Shanae, it just really spoke to me. You're getting such a leader of a husband. The way led me to get that Mazio's cup. He was like, Anna, you have to put the fire out. I think in your marriage, he's just going to lead you so well in so many areas. And there's so many. But on a good note, I actually, it's just like, you're such a great sister to me already.
And I remember senior year in high school, I really liked to keep to myself a lot, and I remember staying home a lot. And you would always text me and you'd reach out and be like, hey, you wanna hang out? Let's hang out, let's go like have fun. And I'd be like, I'm really tired. And you'd be like, no, it's okay, I'll pick you up and we'll do anything. And that just really meant a lot to me because you never left and you always came back. And I remember I was a senior in high school and I didn't really have a lot of friends that were older than me. And I remember one day, Shanae was like, hey, there's a really cool church ministry I'm going to and I'd love to invite you to it. And I wasn't really strong in my walk with the Lord then, and I was just kind of keeping to myself. And I remember you inviting me to it, and it was called Crossover. And I remember going with you as a senior in high school, the only high schooler there. And I fell in love with it immediately, and I was like, wow. And I just remember going home that night thinking, Lord, so much. And it's crazy to think that, like, my brother's dating her. I was like, she could be my best friend, but, like, Chris is dating her, and then she's at everything I'm at. But, like, I was like, how can she be my best friend and his fiance? Be his wife. And it's just, I'm really thankful for you, and I love you so much. And I'm just excited for both of you, and I love you. So, that's it.
Are you crying? Oh, great. Thanks.
Okay, I'm just gonna say something really quick. But I'm gonna try not to cry. I just cry automatically. It's like a part of me every time I talk. But I just had something on my heart that's been on my heart since the Oklahoma send-off. So I just want to thank you guys for the example you are as like you guys. You love well, literally talk well to each other. You walk with each other so well. Like you guys do everything so well, but it's still so like it's the union that like Christ shows us we can have. That's like imperfect but perfect, and it shows us just how like beautiful that like our relationship is with Him, and then like getting to see that through you guys and how Christians, how you love Shanae, because like Shanae has been there for me through so many things. Just for someone to be there for her is really sweet, and I like I'm really thankful that I've gotten to kind of know you through Shanae, and I'm just really thankful that life and who is going to do that union with her and who is going to represent the Lord like to her every day. Like I'm really, really thankful for that. And Shanae, I just there's really no words to kind of wrap up who you are except someone who is literally so beautiful and so honest about who she is in life. You don't sugarcoat like anything about yourself. You literally are so joyous, and you say like, I have pain and I'm human, but you're so joyous in every like aspect of your life. And I just want to say thank you guys for showing that union and showing that example to like everyone here, and just to everyone you see. I talk really fast, but I just want to thank you guys for that, because that's truly something that like I've looked up to for a long time now, is that we get to see, because it is so sweet just to see that we don't really, I don't know, a lot of times like in life, a lot like with kids our age, I just feel like it's so refreshing to see that and to realize that like the reflection of Christ in our relationship with Him is being shown through you guys in this marriage. Yeah, well, thanks for that. But I love you guys a lot. I really do. So thank you guys for that.
I just wanted to say, Chris and Shanae, I'm so excited about tomorrow, and it's pretty amazing seeing all the people here in the community that is just so strong, and everyone knows how much we love Chris and Shanae so much, and both have been so consistent in my life. And it's just been so great getting to see you guys fall for each other. Out of an airplane. Just so many adventures that I've gotten to have with you guys, and just being able to have so much positivity in times that just making the best of huge the kind of relationship that I'd want to have in the future. I just hope that they continue. I know that they will, and that you guys will just
Good. Anyone else?
I like to. You don't want to go first? Oh, this is so hard.
Can you all hear me? Okay. Wow. Chris and Shanae, I'm one of those people that needs to write things down and really sit and think and ponder what I want to say. And in all the craziness, I didn't get to that. But I'm not going to let that stop me. Because there's no greater joy for a mother than to know that her kids know and love the Lord. And I have that great pleasure. And then to find that you've found the love of your life and he loves the Lord as much as you do is just a gift. And Chris, you are phenomenal in every way. Everyone has said all of the things that we all know about both of you. You are just a perfect match. You're both adventurous and kind and funny and generous and giving. I couldn't have dreamt or asked for somebody better for my daughter. Everyone knows, well, not everyone knows, but my daughter, my family know that I can't get through anything without crying. And so it was hard for me to get up here and do this, but I just want you to know that I love you both so much. You're perfect for each other. You're an unstoppable team. God is going to use you in powerful, powerful ways. You've already done that individually and been so happy. And you are going to be an incredible husband, and you're going to be an incredible wife. And I couldn't be happier for you, and I cannot wait to see what God has in store for you. Shanae, we're so much alike, and yet we're so different. I just thought about all these wonderful memories that we've had since 2 years ago. We dress alike, we love to eat the same things, we've danced our whole lives, we have so much in common. I have so many great memories of us at Disneyland wearing matching outfits. And I just feel like your smile from your very first baby picture had the biggest, you had the biggest smile, and it's continued all of these years to just light up a room. And you've been a light in my life. And I think that everybody's here because they've seen that light in you, and you've brought that light to them, And I think that you're all here and you're all very special, and I'm so grateful for all of you in her life because you are also a light to her and to Chris. And now you guys are to each other. And just nothing fills me up more than knowing that you are going to continue to be a light to others in your community, in your church, in your school, in your work, around the world. I'm sure Shanae is going to take you around the world, no doubt. And I can't wait to see, I just can't wait to see what's in store for you. And I'm so excited for tomorrow. I can't believe it's already here. And so let's celebrate. Let's have a great time. And let's celebrate you two. And I love you both more than I can even say.
Christian Shanae. My name's Nathaniel. I haven't been around that long, but let's just say one of the Shanae said, "Who are you and do you go to church?" And she quizzed me when I first met Kenna. So, but it's just cool to have somebody. I was like, okay, she's kind of scary, but she quizzed me. First got up here, and me and Kenna got married 4 weeks ago. And so it's been awesome to walk through this with them. I'd text Chris and be like, how's it going? Is everything okay? And it's kind of stressful over here. So, but no, and just thank y'all for walking with us. And it's waited for so long. And so it's cool to have people walking the same passage. Thank y'all so much. And Chris, we had them down at our place, and it's cool that they're literally game for anything, no matter what it is.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm a friend of Shanae's through college, and I'm usually more prepared than this, so forgive me. But Shanae and I met so divinely in the trash room of Walker 4. I just happened to stumble upon her because she was always in there, like working out or FaceTiming her mom or doing something. I could always see her through the window in there. And we just happened to be in there at the same time one day, and I have no doubt in my mind that the Lord placed us both there, because from that moment on, we have just been such great friends. And when you first meet Shanae, you know the feeling that you get because you feel so loved and known. And I swear Shanae is like a celebrity at OU, but for the best reasons, because she makes you feel so loved and so known from the moment she meets you, and that is something that people just adore about her. And along with that, you know that joy cannot be in and of herself. You know that joy is from the Lord, and that is just my favorite thing about you, is your joy, but also just your steadiness, and you're just so interruptible, Shanae. You are so willing to drop everything when someone's in need, and that is such a picture of the humility of Jesus. And you show people that every single day in the way that you're interruptible, and you're there, you're present for people amongst the billion things that you do. Like, I don't know anyone that can wear as many hats as you do, or do as many things as you can so gracefully and just so well. You excel at everything you do, and amongst that, you're not prideful, but you never make anyone feel like an inconvenience. And that is something I've witnessed since the day I met you, even when we weren't nearly as close as we are now. And Chris, living with Shanae in our attic of our house this year has just shown, I feel like I've had a front row seat of y'all's relationship for maybe the first time. I mean, I was around when y'all first started dating, but now I feel like I've really gotten the chance to witness the man perfect you are for Shanae. And just to give a little funny story, I mean, I will get calls from Chris at 7 a.m. to make sure Shanae is up for appointments. And because, I mean, never know. Shanae doesn't sleep. But I get calls from Chris making sure that Shanae's awake and for tests and for appointments and for anything that she needs. There have been times where Chris has thrown rocks at Shanae's window and just trying to serve her. And it's just the sweetest thing because it shows his selflessness. And if I don't think I know two more selfless people than you. And I'm just so thankful. Sorry, I have my phone because I thought I was going to use my notes, but looks like that's not really happening. I just love y'all so much, and I think more than anything, you guys are such an encouragement of how much fun and fruitful and edifying dating can be when you date faithfully and when you are engaged faithfully. And it's been so encouraging to me and so many others to watch you love the Lord so much and go against everything the world does and still have so much fun doing it and be so joyful for the time you get together. And I just love being upstairs and hearing y'all laugh downstairs while you're making dinner, or you guys are always just so happy to be around one another, and it's an encouragement for all of us, dating, single, married, that exists. And I just see so much joy between you two and the way you love one another. And more than anything, your relationship points people to Christ, and you as individuals point people to Christ in the way that you love, lead, serve, and just live. And I'm so thankful to be a witness to this marriage tomorrow and just to be your friends for life. So, love you both.
Okay, I'm Nick. I just wanted to say that I don't want this to be weird, but I feel like, Shanae, when I see you, I got like a vision, like there's fire in your eyes, and just like in Revelation when John saw Jesus with flames in his eyes, and it's like fire for the nations, fire for youth, like for the kids. Like I see that in the way you walk out your life and like serve in church and stuff like that. And every time I see you and Chris, like there's like light, like the sun, like vibrance, and like plants or like life, you know? And Chris, I feel like when I see you, I see like ocean, like you give off like mellow, cool, like, you know, and you're wearing blue, so it works. But like the ocean is like designed perfectly by God, and there's power in waves, like there's power in the tide, and the tide is like it's guided by something. It's guided by the moon, and you're guided by God. And it's like there's such a perfect balance between the fire and the water, and it's cool to see. And like I don't know, there's such a blessing that you guys have. Like you bring life to rooms, you bring life to relationships. It's contagious, and I just wanted to say that. So.
A little on the tall side for me. Shanae, when I think of you, I can't think of any other word other than exceptional. And literally, like, from the moment I met you, I've just been so drawn to you, and I think that is just such a testament to you and who you are, because not only me, but everyone is just, like, magnetized towards you, and I've never met anyone so vibrant in a way that when they walk in the room, the attention is immediately on them, and if anyone could talk to anyone in that room, it would be you. And when I look around and when I go places, everyone is surrounded by you, and you always make people feel so known and loved. And I just am so encouraged by you and everything that you do, and you're such a rock to me, and you've been there with me through the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. And I know that when I walk home and I'm in the best mood ever, you're going to be there to celebrate with me. But if I'm at my lowest valley, you're going to be there to cry with me and encourage me through that. And I couldn't be more thankful for you. And Chris, Shanae, when I see you two together, I don't see her smile more. Like, she's always smiling and happy, but when she's with you, her eyes light up times a million. And I couldn't be more thankful that you love her so well and lead her so well, because you can tell the love you two have is literally exceptional. And I'm just so thankful for you two and the way you lead and love everyone. I'm so happy for tomorrow, and it's going to be great. So here's to you guys.
Okay, I'm back, but I'm reading for someone. So, like I mentioned earlier, my twin sister isn't able to make it, but she just texted me a long thing I need to read. So this is from Nicole. Shanae and Chris, I will try to make this quick. It's very long, so it's just not quick. Since I am writing everything out and I am not actually the one reading this, know that I am sending my love to you from afar and supporting you the whole way through this. I am so excited for you two and this new journey that you are embarking on together. I hope you feel so loved and cherished tonight as all of your loved ones try to express the impact and love that you have given to them. Shanae, you are my best friend, the third twin, and a friendship I will hold on to for the rest of my life. Shanae and I are very similar. I told myself I wouldn't share this story, but I feel like it truly embodies our friendship. It's so weird I'm reading this. It's Nicole, not Danielle. Shanae and I met when we were freshmen in high school. It was the first day for school, and we were both 10 minutes late, frantically looking for our science class. And stressfully running around looking for our classroom, we ran straight into one another and dropped all of our things. We both laughed and introduced ourselves, and I remember being struck by how beautiful you were. And man, you have grown even more into a beautiful woman of God. After that, we were best friends, and it has been one of my greatest joys to have such a caring, thoughtful, selfless-driven, mission-minded best friend. You have challenged me, encouraged me, cried with me, prayed over me, and laughed with me. You make life an adventure. I consider myself so lucky to be part of it. Chris, I cannot tell you how grateful I am for how you loved Shanae. I remember dreaming about who we would eventually end up with, and I'm over the moon that you are the man for Shanae. You have continued to surprise me with who you are and affirm how perfect of a match you are for Shanae. I remember when I visited Oklahoma earlier this year, and you, Shanae, and I drove back from the pond, I think, haha. Oh, I don't know what it is. It's a lake. It was a long drive, and you and Shanae blasted country music and sang your hearts out. I felt like a fly on the wall watching my best friend and the love of her life having a blast and enjoying each other to the fullest. You are truly her best friend, Chris. It is so evident how much you care for her and that you are willing to put her before yourself. I cannot wait to continue to walk this journey with both of you. You guys have been an encouragement and example for me in my own relationship as well as many others. I'm so excited to witness God's amazing plan for your lives. I guess this didn't end up very quick, did it? I'm Nicole.
Oh, it's at the plate.
Hello, my name is Jenna. Okay, so so many people have been saying so many great things, and I was thinking about what I would want to say that wouldn't just be repeating the same wonderful qualities that we all clearly have felt just by
being around Chris and Shanae. And all of that I think is pretty evident, but I was thinking, you know, you guys are making vows to each other tomorrow, and our purpose here is to celebrate with you, but also as we witness your marriage and your vows to each other, we get an opportunity to like make a vow to you to be there for your marriage. And there's like a lot of sadness within me because, you know, you guys are in Oklahoma and that is so wonderful, and I feel like hearing all the Oklahomans tell their wonderful stories about you guys is just like so great, because it's so evident that like you're impacting everybody here and they're impacting you. But just as you have been committed to me in like a long distance friendship and showing up to my musicals and a cappella to do that, but I want to make a vow to you too that I will be there for you even when you're far away. And Chris, you guys, when he introduced himself to me, he goes, "Hi, I'm Jenna." It was funny. And from that moment I knew that Chris was a good one. But seriously, like, I don't have the, you know, opportunity to be around you guys all the time, but it doesn't faze me in the sense that, like, you are so, like, I trust you with Shanae, obviously. Like, you're so solid and so on fire for the Lord, which, like, I didn't know, like, imagining who Shanae would end up with. Like, it's kind of that question of, like, who is Shanae gonna end up with? Like, they really gotta be just as on fire, and, like, that couldn't be more true, and the impact that you will have together is just undeniable. And I'm just repeating what everybody said at this point, but just want you to know that I love you so much, and I'm so excited for tomorrow, and I'm secretly plotting to bring you back to California at some point, but you know, it doesn't have to be tomorrow. But anyways, I love you guys so much. Happy marriage.
Anyone else?
I was going to say one thing.
I just wanted to say thank you to everyone for coming out, taking your holiday time to celebrate us and hang out with us and just be our best friends. You know, everyone here is here because like you're our best friends, and the compliments mean a lot. But in some ways, I think you're complimenting yourselves a lot too, because I mentioned it to Travis at the send-off, but Shanae and I, a lot of the we all are to us, been like an integral part of our lives. So I just wanted to say, thank you for that, and for coming out, and we can't wait to celebrate with you guys tomorrow. So.
Hey, Christina. Hey, why don't you tell people what time you need them places and then close us in prayer?
Hey, why don't you join him?
And then close us in prayer. Shanae, what time?
He's like, somebody's supposed to tell me that.
They know? There's no way they know. He doesn't even know.
We know.
All right.
I don't know what time, like every... I'm going to close us in prayer.
Do it.
Yeah. Okay. Lord, thank you for getting us all out here safely, just for a beautiful day and beautiful people and just a beautiful place. Your creation really stands out here, and I pray that you would just be present at the wedding tomorrow, and even just like the fact that we're sharing the gospel and there's going to be people there, even if they're not invited, walking by, who might need to hear that the gospel message would fall on someone's ears who need to hear that. I thank you for especially me with Shanae, and I just pray you bless tomorrow and that it would glorify you.
Thank you all for coming.
One second. I just wanted to thank everybody
for coming out and supporting Shanae and Chris. And tomorrow I actually get to give my speech, which. But tonight I just wanted to thank Lori and John for putting on such a wonderful event and putting all the arrangements together and having you all come out like this. This is so generous, and we just love you guys.
So happy.
Thanks everyone for coming. That's the show for tonight. Love you guys. It's very, very obvious. What Chris said is true, that, you know, getting to see and hear from your friends that we don't know certain ones of them. I can see parts of them and your family members and our friends in you guys. Like all these different parts that I see, it's just like what Chris said. You're carrying them all around with you. It's really cool. So we're excited for tomorrow. Don't do anything dumb tonight, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you guys.
Anybody want that?
Make sure this one
It's gonna go to waste. Oh, I know. You cry. You cry at father-daughter camp out when we're talking about chili.
But he knows about that. He carries around parts of our friends.
It's expensive.
Yeah, I guess now
What are you doing?
Oh, hello, live stream.
All right. Sounds good.
Probably, yeah. Maybe so. We'll make it big. I'll be there.
Okay.
Hey, we're going to get all the clothes.
Yeah. Sam has, Libby has to go to the bathroom.
Is it over?
No.
Well, you're still streaming. Oh, it's still streaming? Yeah, you can end it. Alright.
Should I end it?
If you like.
Should I end it?